welcome back to Cash Flow Confidence. I'm Shelby Ashley, and I help business owners feel more confident about their cash flow. In today's episode, I want to talk about the fact that most business owners have been waiting until they're ready to sell to think about their business value, but by then, they often find that it's way too late to change the story. Like once you have decided that your exit plan is going to be, okay, I'm going to sell this one day, that's the moment that you need to start being like, okay, what do I need to do today that will make this business worth what I want it to be worth, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And the truth is, the day that you decide to go into business, you need to start treating your business as though you were going to sell it tomorrow. So why does it matter that we build value starting now? Here's the thing. Most business owners, they don't think about building value until they're ready to leave. They wake up one day and think, oh, I'm ready to sell now. And then they realize that it's too late to make the changes that would actually increase the value of their business. And I've met with a lot of people who the reason that they've decided it's time to sell is because more often than not, the business is just running them over completely. And if it looks like that for you, like you're just completely burned out, everything is just taking up all your attention all day long, you don't have any capacity, you're like, man, I just want out. I'm ready to get out. It's likely that your business probably isn't in the best spot to be selling right now. So how do we fix that? Well, to be honest, a sellable business isn't built in the final year that you decide to sell. It's built in the way you run it every single day. But the thing is, if you never plan to sell, building a business with value in mind, it gives you options beyond just, say you don't ever want to sell it, you want to leave it to your kids one day or one of your employees or whatever. If you build it such that it is valuable to outside buyers or investors or bankers, it's going to allow you to scale more easily because you're going to be able to tap into outside capital. It's going to make your business a lot less stressful to run because you've built it up in such a way that it doesn't really rely on you to run. And it's going to make you more money today, not just when you sell, because you've got your operations and your marketing and sales so dialed in that, it's bringing you cash flow today. I had a client recently who the reason that they started working with me was because somebody else in their industry that had mentored them, they worked in like the auto aftermarket industry. One of his mentors had owned his business for probably like at least 35 years, I'd say, and ended up selling it for $500,000, I think. And this horrified my client because he was like, I don't want that to be me. I'm building something up so that it's going to be worth millions one day. And that's the approach that you need to take in your business is what actions can I do right now today that will make my business worth millions of dollars in the time that I want it to be, right? So what are those things that you need to be worried about today that will affect the value of your business tomorrow? The first one is very obvious, profitability, right? Your business needs to be making money if somebody else is going to be attracted to it, whether that's an outside buyer or an investor or even a banker. You need to show profitability. You need to show that your business is healthy and it's sustainable. Part of that comes with having clean books. You need to make sure your books are in line, that everything is caught up to date. You need to show a strong profit margin, so you're actually keeping what comes into your business. Any blurry lines between personal and business expenses need to be cleared. You don't need to have a business that is completely intertangled in your life. I mean, it happens. Like, obviously, you're going to use your business credit card for things here and there. Don't make a habit of it if you want your business to be valuable to an outside person. Keep the line separate between this is business and this is personal. The next thing you need to focus on is your processes and your systems. Make sure that everything that goes on process-wise is documented so that if somebody else completely off the street was to come in and try to do something, they've got a reference that they can use as to how it's going to get done and how you need it to get done for your business to run. If your business runs completely on what's inside your head, then that's a huge problem because obviously if you were to get hit by a bus or something, nothing would continue and your employees would be like, what do we do? Don't do that. Don't put your business in that kind of spot. Buyers don't want to pay a premium for a business that cannot function without the owner, period. It needs to be able to function without you and the knowledge that's all in your head. So think right now, everything that you're doing for your business, do you have an SOP for that? If not, then take a moment to the next time you're doing something, whether it's on your computer, you can record yourself doing it with Loom or Teams or Zoom or whatever, or if it's on the phone, like say you're making a sales call, record yourself on the phone. I mean, let the person know they're being recorded, but record yourself. And then you can use whatever AI tool to upload the recording and say, hey, create an SOP for this. Now you've got an SOP for a process that was previously just belonged to you. Think about, can somebody else take over day-to-day operations for you? So are you having to like micromanage everything that gets done all day? Will people work if you're not there? That's extremely important. I mean, even if all you want to do is take a vacation, like forget selling your business, if you want to step away for a week, are things going to get done? If not, then first of all, you need to assess the kind of people you're bringing in if they can't work on their own. But if not, then bring in a general manager, like somebody that's going to stay on top of things while you're out and take care of things for you. Another thing to focus on is, are your systems automated and documented and accessible? So are the things that live on your computer accessible to the people that need to access them, or do people have to go through you as kind of a gatekeeper to get what they need? There are certain things that do need to be, privy just to you and you alone, but as far as day-to-day operations are concerned, your team needs to be able to access what they need without your constant, input and allowing that. I mean, you can imagine trying to sell a bakery where you're the only person that knows the recipes. I mean, imagine trying to take a vacation and nobody knows how to cook because you're the only one that has all the recipes. That would be a nightmare, right? The next thing you need to worry about is your revenue streams. So are they predictable? Because buyers, investors, bankers love predictability because it reduces risk. So, I mean, is your business comprised of one-off projects that come in here and there, or do you have consistent monthly recurring revenue? Think about the way your products and services are set up right now and think about, okay, I'm just charging one big lump sum for this. Is there a way that I could turn this into monthly recurring revenue? If you are in maybe a retail space, do you have systems in place to make sure that customers are consistently coming in and you're not just opening your doors, twiddling your thumbs at your checkout desk and just hoping and praying? You need predictable revenue. Do you offer any kind of subscription or membership model? Those things, I mean, you turn on some kind of membership or subscription and I mean, you build it out once and then you're done. Just bring people to it and it's just passive income. Are your contracts short-term or are they long-term? If they are mostly short-term, what can you do to try and bring in some longer-term contracts in? Because a buyer is going to pay more for $1 million in recurring revenue than $2 million in one-off projects. And that's because stability is worth a whole lot more than volatility. And so it's the difference between a predictable stream and then just like a sudden monsoon and then nothing for a while. Another key driver in the value of your business that is, I want to say, it's probably the most overlooked based on conversations that I've had in recent years, and that's owner dependency. And here's the hard truth. If you are the business, your business is not worth anything. It's worth something to you, but it's not going to be worth anything to anybody else. Buyers want to step into a system. They don't want to buy something that is a complete personality-driven operation. So ask yourself, how involved are you in daily operations? Are you in a place right now where not only are you having to bring in business, but you're having to actually do the business as well? Or say you have a team that takes care of the fulfillment side. Are you still the one that's having to go out and chase after new clients? Whatever it is that you're doing, if your goal in a few years or even in a few decades is to sell your business, your train of thought needs to be right now, how can I start to replace myself to where I am just the owner? I am not the entire business. Right now, could you leave for a month and have things run smoothly? If not, I mean, the business relies on you. Is your leadership team, if you have one, are they strong enough to hold the fort? When you're hiring for leadership, you need to hire people that don't need you. Because if you're having to micromanage your leadership team, then you don't have any leadership. You have minions. So that's why delegation, which I'll cover more in the next episode, is so crucial. Your business needs to run like a machine with or without you. And the final thing I want to talk about in today's episode, as far as strengthening the value of your business goes, is your market position and your brand strength. So your buyers are going to look at how well your business is positioned in the market. Do you have a strong and recognizable brand? And it's not your personal brand because, again, we don't want it to be all reliant on you. It needs to be its own brand that people recognize. Are your customers loyal to you? Is there a big risk of them jumping ship and going somewhere else? Or are they going to stick with you because they like your product and your brand? How do you stand out from your competition? All of these things are taken into consideration when somebody is thinking about buying a business. And on the flip side, if you're thinking about purchasing a business, you need to be paying attention to all these things as well, right? Because a buyer isn't just buying your profitability and your cash flow, they're buying your reputation and your market potential. So think of it like you were buying a sports team. You're not just buying the players, you're also buying the fan base, the merchandise sales, the stadium. I mean, all of these things go into it. And so when you build your business with these drivers in mind, you're not just preparing for an exit, you're basically future-proofing your company. You're creating a business that's worth more to a buyer and more valuable to you right now. Because a business with strong financials and solid systems, predictable revenue, low owner dependency, and a good market position doesn't just sell for more money. It's easier to run, it's less stressful for you, and ultimately it gives you more freedom. And that's what we're all really after, isn't it? That's a business that makes us feel proud and confident and in control, whether we're selling it or we're staying in it. So I want you to message me with one thing that you're going to do this week to make your business even marginally more valuable than it was before. All right, see you guys next week.